NSFW, NSFW. I want my NSFW. Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of ValiDate. So, this whole situation happening is a very special one because we are on a date with Keaton playing as Inaya, and I'm actually curious to see if Keaton and Inaya actually get together, because watch it be like a situation where it's like they were hostile at first, and then once they started talking, they got to know each other, and then they found that they had similar interests, and then Inaya gets curious, Keaton gets curious, and then they magically start to have a sexual attraction towards each other, and then kiss. And then the kissies happen. But I really hope this actually goes well for Inaya, because literally every other interaction that she's been having has just been down the drain. So hopefully Keaton is a perfect match for Inaya. But let's go ahead and get started. The White Cat is a trendy little hole in the wall in the center of downtown. The sort of bougie place you tell yourself you don't like but secretly do. If you had the money for it, you'd live in a place like this. Not in a cafe, but somewhere with exposed brick and pale wood and huge floor-to-ceiling windows. Somewhere brand new where all the appliances work and nothing shorts out when you turn on the toaster and ceiling fan at the same time. I don't know, I don't really like the brick aesthetic. I'm more of like a modern black, white, clear style kind of person. That's what I like. But I don't know, I never liked that whole like exposed brick like walls and stuff like that. It's just not my thing. Oh, that's a nice photo of them. Oh, okay. You find Keaton at once, set up in the back hogging a whole 6-person table to himself. E-phone and tablet set up on those dorky little stands you've seen business menus. Like, they're too important to hold their e-pad themselves. I love how it's called e-pad. He even has a pear pen. He's wearing pre-distressed jeans and a hoodie, some brand name you don't recognize. He's maybe got some eyeliner on, but that could just be how his eyes look. He's even cuter in person than he is on Big Bok, and it's annoying. And it starts. The attraction starts. Let's go. You decide to be extra mean just for that. Thanks for bringing me to Gentrifiers Are Us. He looks up with his tablet and grins crookedly. Miss Nom, so good of you to come. You roll your eyes. It's Inaya. The channel name sucks, I know it. I don't know, I think it's funny. Good for you. You sit down across from him, then twist around to squint at the handwritten menu boards behind the counter. Trendy, but illegible. What's good here? I assume you have milk substitutes? Pretty sure there'd be a riot if they didn't. Even those like right-wing coffee places where they give you a free gun with your latte probably have soy milk. Wait, didn't you say you worked here? Yeah. He indicates his tablet and e-phone with enough amusement in his eyes that you can tell he'd been deliberately leading you to believe otherwise. I work here a lot. One of the only places in town that doesn't mind if I record. Even cleared out the whole place for me once. Oh, wow. How nice for you. You feel stupid. Of course a kid with a Vivienne Westwood ring doesn't work in a coffee shop. He doesn't have the follower count for this sort of shit, though. You'd put money on rich parents. Maybe a house in the suburbs that he can go back to if he's ever short on cash. Technically, you have one of those two. The house in the burbs, not the rich parents. They bought the place back when the neighborhood was still rough, i.e. full of brown people, and therefore affordable. It's not like that anymore, but they've stubbornly clung onto the property as the neighborhood's median income rose and the faces on the street got wider and wider. You've always figured that's what they wanted. They've done so much to try to assimilate into normal American culture that being surrounded by normal American breed wasps is probably all they wanted. Recently, you've started to wonder about this chicken and egg scenario because assimilation isn't something you have to do consciously. You do it defensively, the way you duck if someone throws something at your face. You stand up. I'm gonna get a cappuccino. Grab you one too? Ooh, you hesitate. You told him that you were only coming if he was buying, but he probably doesn't even remember that. It was a joke anyway. He'd probably say that letting you treat is probably feminist or whatever. You order 2 cappuccinos, asking for oat milk out of spite. Then realizing that the one you spited was your own dumb self when oat milk turns out to cost extra. That's funny. You bring the drinks back over. Keaton looks up from his phone and takes a sip. Nice, oat milk, my fave. Oh, get mad, Inaya. I'm not Arab. Wait, really? Yeah, I'm Pakistani. Isn't that Arab? Like, I'm Italian. That's still white. Nope. You've had this conversation so many times. Maybe you're thinking of Palestinian or Persian. That's another P word. That's not Arab either. What? You're smiling now. You can't help it. This is like a buddy cop movie farce at this point. Persian is Iranian. Yeah, learn your nationality, sir. You're gonna say, I thought Iranian was Arab. Yes. No. Yes. You were. Even when you're feeling at your lowest, you can always take honest enjoyment in knowing shit a white boy doesn't. So, what is Pakistani then? It's Pakistani. Damn. Really makes you think. It's okay. It's a common mistake. Still though, whatever. Keaton looks a little embarrassed, but he shakes it off fast. His hair keeps flopping into his face and he brushes it back like a nervous tick. Sometimes he does it even when there's no hair there. You are wearing makeup and you've actually attempted to do something with your hair. It annoys you that you care what this guy thinks of what you look like, but at least for today, you've acknowledged that you are shallow and controlled by the patriarchy. It was either that or spend the whole day wishing you'd made an effort. And you're glad that you did, because it turns out Keaton wants to film immediately, like right now. Oh, damn. Okay, Keaton. Wait, in the cafe? Isn't it too loud? Come on, it'll be fine. I film here all the time. Noise doesn't carry too bad. The stupid e-phone stand suddenly makes more sense, though you're still going to judge him for it. He fiddles with some settings, gesturing you to sit next to him. The cafe is mostly empty, but it still feels weirdly exposed, like you've started singing on a train platform. You don't even like talking on the phone in public. This isn't gonna be live, is it? No, I don't do lives. Freaks me the out. They're fine usually, if you don't look at any of the comments. What sort of up shit do people say about cooking videos? Your chicken's undercooked. Have fun dying of salmonella, you idiot. You'd be surprised. You're not getting into what people say to you. Most of it is exclusively being about the way you look. Wait, do you have a script? A direction? We wing it. Fine. If there's one thing you can do, it's bullshit. Keaton is poised to press the record button. When the cafe door opens, a flock of women in workout clothes come in, half of them pushing strollers. You've seen them around the neighborhood before. When it gets cold, they walk in the mall. You've been clipped by one of their strollers before, and the lady looked at you like you'd punched her child. What the f is this? Karens. Ooh, ew. Shits. The noise level in the cafe rises by 300%. The women start ordering drinks. One of them is yelling about coconut milk. A small child in a princess dress is strapped into a stroller, screaming her head off. You have no idea which one of these people is her mother. Okay, well, this just became untenable. Do you want to wait until they get out of here? Nah, it's fine. They're usually here for like an hour. I've seen them come in before. They just usually do it in the morning. He drums his fingers on the table, looking honestly annoyed since the first time you'd come in here. F it, whatever. Let's just go to my place. Keaton, so soon. What? Wait, what? What? Keaton starts packing away his shit, his tablet, his phone, and his dweeby little stands. His hair flops in his face, and he does another emo boy hair flip to get it out. It's a couple blocks away. If you don't want to walk, we can get an Uber. I can walk fine, smartass. Just, why your place? Keaton zips up his messenger bag. Okay, we'll go to your place. Happy? You hesitate. You like that even less. Your place is currently a wreck. You got it in your head the other day to clean out your closet and only got halfway before losing interest. Your clothes are heaped all over the apartment. He's not hitting on you, is he? No, there's no way. That's not possible. It's like 2 p.m. in the afternoon. You're just getting together to do work. Stop being insane about this, Inaya. Yeah, Inaya, I don't think you're too far-fetched this time. Like, he can read your mind. He gives you another one of those practice crooked smiles. Oh my god. Hey, come on. When I'm hitting on you, you'll know. Oh, damn! You give another exaggerated little shiver of disgust. He laughs and picks up your empty cups. Oh my god. Hurry it up. Looks like it might rain. And it does. 2 steps out of the cafe. You consider calling a car, but you'll be drenched by the time it gets here anyway. The two of you opt to run the 2 blocks to Keaton's apartment. You in your flip-flops, him with his messenger bag bundled under his shirt so his phone and tablet don't get destroyed. Wow, okay. This is setting up for a steamy night. Or steamy day. It only really starts to pour when you're several feet from his building, but you still come into the lobby in a wash of water, skidding so bad that you almost barrel into a white-haired woman with a beagle on a leash. She gives the 2 of you such a look of shocked disgust, you can't help it. You laugh in her face. You instantly feel bad about it, but Keaton starts laughing too, and here you are, laughing at the idea of almost knocking an old lady to the floor. Oh my god. Keaton watches her press her lips together and sidle past you, heading for the front doors. Mrs. Overton, it's raining. She ignores him, walking out into the downpour. Your dog's gonna drown. Maybe she's a ghost. If she is, she's been haunting the place since I got here. I've never seen her anywhere but the lobby. I don't even know what floor she's on, so maybe. Something for your next video. Keaton beams. Come on, I'm on the 3rd floor. It looks like a bed-raggled kitten. Hair completely washed out of its style, shirt stretched out from having his backpack up inside it. You aren't sure his chucks are long for this world. You yourself are dripping water from the cuffs of your sleeves. Ooh. I don't know if I can stay. I definitely am not going on camera looking like a drowned rabbit. Keaton doesn't even look back on his way to the stairs. There doesn't appear to be an elevator. You can borrow something of mine, not a big deal. You almost stop and turn around. Going to his place is one thing, wearing his clothes is another, but now he's standing at the door to the stairwell, waiting to see if you'll cut and run. There's a challenge in his eyes. You're just not exactly sure what he's challenging you to do. Keaton, what? His apartment is, oh my god. Nice. Not as bad as you were expecting. No rotten food lying around or clothes scattered around the floor. There's a distinct smell of weed, but that's pretty standard. Right. I like how everything is just like a creative chaos. That's what his room looks like. A very creative chaos. He has rich kid vibes, but it's just a one-bedroom studio with a narrow kitchen and the view of a parking lot. He doesn't even have a kitchen table. Still, his array of electronics makes up for it. He's got like 6 gaming consoles, 2 PS5s for some reason. You couldn't even get one. And one of those new DVD player type things that's fancier than a Blu-ray. You can't even remember what they're called. I think it's the 4K Ultra HD UHD DVD players. I think that's what those are. You haven't watched a movie on anything but your laptop in a long time. No comment on the anime posters. Hey, no, anime posters are cool. I have plenty of anime posters in my room. And I have my husbando that's hanged over my bed. Keaton kicks his shoes off, one of them hitting the wall with a squelch. From the several scuff marks halfway up to the ceiling, this is a routine. Sit anywhere. The only place to sit appears to be a couch covered in crumbs, so you sit on the floor. You almost want to get out your phone and start taking pictures to post on our male living spaces. The coffee table has a weird sticky stain on it. You hope it's soda. Right. Keaton comes back dressed in another pair of sweatpants and an even looser tank top. He hands you a shirt with an anime girl with her tits covered by a Boupreme logo. Not the Boupreme. Oh my god. You raise an eyebrow. What? Sure, just accept it. Just accept it. Just accept it. Keaton grins. He points back down the hall. Bathrooms that away. You change in the hall. You don't want to see his bathroom until you absolutely must. You already have enough trouble with nightmares. Your overalls are itchy and unpleasant. You hang them up by a coat rack. Thankfully, you're wearing a pair of briefs that can pass for shorts. You come back out into the living room, where Keaton has attempted to clean up the sticky whatever it is from the coffee table, without success. The paper towel just gets stuck to it. Oh my god, Keaton, use like Windex or something, man. You have to get it wet. That is a very cute shirt. I was wondering what the shirt looked like. Huh? You glare. Keaton! The paper towel, genius. Can't just scrub it dry. Yeah, the paper towel, Keaton. Get your mind out of the gutter. Oh, right. Yeah, right. He's already setting the mood. Oh my god. Why am I getting flustered over this? He gets up and goes into the kitchen. You hear this sink running and roll your eyes. How long have you lived here? Huh? Keaton comes back with a dripping paper towel. Now it's too wet. You didn't know better. You'd think he was doing this to f with you. Like he'd brought you to the set of one of those prank TV shows, and afterward, he's going to bring you to his real apartment. I asked how long you've been in this apartment. Oh, 6 months? Maybe a year? You stare at him. You're trying not to be a huge girl about this, but come on. And you don't even have a kitchen table? Keaton shrugs. Guys are simple. Men are very simple, okay? You just give them an empty space, a bed, TV, their game console, the fridge, and that's it. That's all they need. Guys are simple. They don't need all of this furniture. The extra furniture is nice, but literally, like, they just need the bare minimum basics and they will be fine. They're expensive. Only nice ones are expensive. You could buy a crappy one with the same amount of money you used to buy this shirt. Christ, dude. You sound like my mom. Wow. He finishes scrubbing up the unknown sticky stain. Want a beer? It's 4 p.m. So, 5 o'clock somewhere. He has a point. You shrug. Sure. Keaton vanishes and comes back with 2 bottles. So expensive taste in clothes and beer, but no kitchen table. You still don't think you're gonna discount the rich kid possibilities. Interesting. You're a little nervous about this collaboration, but 2 beers in, you're confident you can wing it. You're good at improvisation. It's the thing in your current job you're actually suited for. You don't have a camera face, but you can bullshit like nobody's business. Keaton greets his viewers and then introduces you as the gnocchi chick, which you don't love, but whatever. He pronounces gnocchi with a weird back of the throat consonant sound that you couldn't do with a gun to your head. You keep having to remind yourself that this isn't live and he can cut shit out. Gnocchi. The gnocchi. Keaton's good at this. He manages to make it sound like the 2 of you have been friends for a long time and planned that video together without ever coming out and saying it. Not a lie, just an implication, which you're more comfortable with. If only because when you lie, people can counter you with the truth. Implication doesn't have any recourse. If someone takes the wrong idea, it's their fault. Definitely a 2-beer thought. By the time you're finished, you're feeling a lot more warmly to Keaton. He turns on the charm for the camera, which means you catch some of the offshoot. Like you're walking on the side of the road and he sprays gravel up at you from the tires of his car. It only occurs to you afterwards that you'd be wearing his shirt through the whole video, and your hair looks wet. You look like you've spent the night here. If his viewers are anything like yours, everyone is going to be assuming you're Oh my god. Well, what the ever? You figure you're just going to call an Uber now and get out of here, but it's still raining, which sucks. And Keaton suggests that he's better at Smash than you are, which sucks even more because it's absolutely not true. You have to disabuse him of this idiot opinion, so you say to play a little video games. That's what you'd be doing at your house anyway. How did I know you'd be the Zelda type? I love Zelda is my fave. Dude, I'm a huge fan of Zelda. I love Zelda. I don't know. Must be my undeniable femininity. Don't know. You just have a Zelda vibe. What? Lesbian? What? Come on, Zelda isn't a lesbian. She's way too busy jumping Link's bones. Oh my god. Pretty sure she is. Keaton teeters between Pikachu and Star Fox before doubting himself and going to Solid Snake at the end. Oh god. All great franchises, by the way. See, Solid Snake definitely a lesbian. Oh my god. Solid Snake is like the definition of a man's man. I can't imagine more of a man that lives to sexually please other men. Dude, no, for real, Snake is like, do you know how many like chicks were on Snake's dick? Do you know how many? Bro, little Snake had the drip. He had the drip. You beat him twice and he beats you once, and by the last round, neither of you are really paying attention. You're arguing about The Matrix, of all things. More specifically, the sequels and whether or not they're good. Eventually, it's late enough that you're starving, and rather than take the vagaries of Keaton's fridge, you offer to buy takeout. You get lo mein and dumplings and egg drop soup. Ooh. Keaton eats the noodles with a fork, which you mock him for. Wait! I want my NSFW. Ooh, I want my NSFW. NSFW. I want my NSFW. And I like the tattoo, Neon Genesis. Oh god, a great anime, by the way. Wow, okay, Keaton. When he leans in and kisses you, you aren't even surprised. You should be. This kind of boy just is not interested in your sort of person. What are you doing? Keaton wants a bit of Inaya. Just let it happen, Inaya. Do you know how much of like NSFW I've been starved from this game? Just let it happen. You bought me dinner, so now I'm kissing you. Keeps us even. Quid pro quo. You laugh. I bought you coffee too. Aren't you rich? And she kisses back. Oh, she kissed back. He kisses you again. Have you seen my part? Oh, we're going to the bedroom. Take her to the bedroom. Do it. Take her to the bedroom. That doesn't mean shit. You could just be nasty. Well, I'm definitely nasty. Please, tell me you've changed your sheets recently. Define recently, or better yet, don't. What you don't know can't hurt you. That's not how germs work. My sheets won't give you any more germs than my mouth will. Okay. He's got you there? Yeah. Fine, but if I get some sort of fungus, he snorts against your neck. You can bill me. You wake up about an hour before dawn with a distant headache. Serves you right for day drinking on an empty stomach. You lie in bed and take account of yourself. Your toes all the way up to the top of your head. You feel surprisingly fine. A little blurry and sort of unsure if that was the best thing for you to do, but, well, you did it. They did the spicy stuff. Oh, Keaton, you have very nice pierced nipples. Wow. Wow. Well, Inaya had a good night. Keaton's probably a freak in bed. Next to you, Keaton mumbles something about picking blackberries. You hope it isn't raining in his dream. It's definitely still raining outside. You wonder what happened to that lady and her tiny dog, the ghost lady. Not for the first time, you sit here and tell yourself that adults sometimes hook up. It's a normal thing that they do, and there's no reason to act like a panicky rabbit and hop out of here as fast as humanly possible. You used to think that eventually you'd meet someone who made you feel totally at ease, who you liked and desired without reservation, and that person would be easy. You could do it without any sort of mind-altering substance, and you won't feel weird about it at all. But you think that might just be something you have to cultivate on your own. Your ability to make choices and then sit with them in the aftermath. This probably won't happen again. At least, not with Keaton. You might even ask him to kill the collab video. Inaya, you always do this! You need to stop. You always do this. You're like, oh my god, you're so, and then after the, you get in your head and you're like, yeah, I don't think this is gonna work out. You know, like they didn't even have a chance to even like you don't give people chances. That's what I'm not liking about Inaya. She doesn't give people chances. Like Inaya's the type of person. Do not bang Inaya on the first night. She will leave you. You need time to marinate with her. And then I'm sure she'll probably stay afterwards. But, oh my god. Inaya! But, meh, whatever. You lie back down and close your eyes. You take a deep breath. Zen as hell. Another for the cringe compilation. Right, okay, so is Inaya changing her mind about this? Because that would be great. I hope she changes her mind about this. Meeting the E-boy unlocked, okay. Kissing E-boy unlocked, another for the cringe. Do it for the fans. Inaya route with Catherine unlocked. Oh, Catherine. I don't think we met Catherine yet. Hello, Catherine. Inaya route with Catherine. Who is Catherine? Oh, hello, Catherine. Ooh, hi. Okay. Okay, Catherine. Catherine and Inaya, interesting. But before I explore Catherine, let's go ahead and check out a previous person that we haven't seen in a very long time. So we are back to Issa, and we never got our resolution with Rocky. And I kind of want to see that resolution with Rocky. So I'm gonna go ahead and maybe try again, because maybe the last time when I was going through options to try to find a different ending, I was probably picking the wrong options. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to pick the right options, and I will cut to any new dialogue that may come up. So I will see you soon. Okay, so I've literally been spending forever doing like every option combination I could think of to try to see maybe like I could get a different outcome, but it looks like I keep getting the bad ending over and over and over and over. And like, I kind of want to move on with different characters. So, because I believe I have the same issue with Amhari with our date with, I believe Inaya was the last person that we interacted with, and like we got stuck there. So there is an option actually to skip to the good ending, and I kind of want to just progress through the game. So I feel bad for like just skipping to the good ending because like we don't know how it got there, but I also want to continue these stories with these characters. So I think what I'm gonna do is skip to the good ending here with Rocky and then continue on Issa's story. Okay, it's okay to whine a little. That's what we got. Ooh, Isabel route with Yolanda unlocked. Nice. I'm actually interested in seeing this date with Issa and Yolanda. Ooh. Theater production. Content warnings. None. Ooh, okay, clean. None. Yes, clean. Student productions are your hearts. Your students are all nerves, but you're beaming, glowing like a pregnant, soon-to-be mother in the face of her grandmother, not approving of her future marriage, but having the internal wherewithal not to care. 7 groups of about 4 of your students are performing scene studies directed by the leader of each group. Each of the studies are written by one of the group members, and you could not be more excited. Your excitement is off-putting to some of the kids, but they're getting used to you by now. You, Isabel Morgan, are a proud mother duck watching her ducklings waddle into the water on their own for the first time. And you could not be prouder. It brings tears to your eyes. You put a finger to your mouth as the light begins to dim. This only serves to quiet yourself, of course. Did you already mention that you wouldn't be prouder of these kids? Or that you couldn't be prouder of these kids? You swear that you've never seen a more beautiful performance, like ever in your entire life. It wasn't perfect, but they did their best, and you're happy for all of them. Oh, you're taking your time congratulating each of them individually for their hard work coming to fruition. There were a few mistakes and a few forgotten lines that led to haphazard improv, but that's all part of the magic theater. Or the magic of theater. You've met with the kids' families enough to recognize their relatives, but tonight there's someone you don't recognize with one of your students, Sue. Not that you suspect her of anything, but you decide it would be best to check her out. Might as well introduce yourself. And And who might you be? You approach them very casually, making sure to put yourself at least partly between this stranger and Sue. Hi, I'm Isabel Morgan. I taught the kids for this showcase. Who are you? You try to take up more space than you usually do. You have no idea who this woman is or if Sue has ever seen her before. You don't mean to be abrasive, but you figure that you're better safe than sorry. Sue steps up from behind you to stand beside you. Oh, This is Yolanda. She goes by Yo-Yo too. She runs the hair salon. I do poetry readings there on Sundays. Remember, Miss Morgan? Oh, I do remember you mentioning that. You offer your hand to Yolanda for a handshake, which she shyly, you can't tell, but she takes it. I invited her to see the showcase. That's wonderful. How'd you like it? Yeah, it was great. Your kids are all really talented. I'm glad. Yes, absolutely wonderful showcase. This is Miss Morgan. Miss Morgan, right. It's really nice to finally meet you. The pleasure is all mine. No, really, Sue has told me so much about you. Is it just you, or does she seem not as happy as the words coming out of her mouth? You know why, though? You can't even pretend to wonder why. You jumped right between them like you suspected something. Maybe you were a bit quick to assume? Oops. Oh, really? What do they say? You hope it's all good things, judging by the way you just acted. There are plenty of bad things they could say about you. You show your entire ass on a daily basis. Abuela was right about this too. Yolanda looks between you and Sue. Yeah. An awkward silence fills the air, intensified by the lessening chatter of the theatergoers. So, Miss Morgan, if you like poetry, could you come see Yolanda's showcase at her salon? I would love to go. That's a non-question. Sue grins up at you excitedly, but their attention is cut short once they catch sight of their mom. She hadn't been able to make it at the beginning of the showcase, but she snuck her way in about halfway through to see as much of it as she could. What a hard-working woman. Sue crosses the theater, making their way straight to their beaming mother and leaving you alone with Yolanda. So, you run the hair salon, huh? Now you're left to deal with the awkward environment you created. My bad. Yeah, I'm proud of my little place. My dream. Ah, there it is. The dream talk. Really, you know there's nothing wrong with having dreams. Hell, achieving your dreams is supposed to be everyone's goal. But lately, it just rubs you the wrong way? No, reminds you of your perceived failures? That's it. You should be happy for her, and you are. You're glad someone was able to reach their goal. Even if, she's looking at you. How long have you been quiet? That's so great. I'm really happy for you. You good? Me? Yeah, of course. Me? Pff, I'm fine. You wave your hand at her dismissively with a sharp laugh. A single glance over is enough to tell that she isn't convinced. She is skeptical. Tell her what's on her mind, reassure her that nothing's wrong. Yolanda's a big girl. Let's just tell us what's on her mind. She's a big girl. Well, you know, it's like... F it. If she's asking, then she can hear the truth. You sigh. You're so lucky, you know? I love these kids, I do, but my job, I don't think I ever wanted to be a teacher, really. Yolanda's mood lightens up immediately as you open up to her. She must have expected a different outcome. I get it. I wanted bigger things. I wanted to get out of this stinking town, but you pause to gather yourself and come to your senses. It looks like none of the kids heard you wildly swear despite the echo. You hope that was all in your head. I wanted to be on Broadway growing up. Isn't that crazy? I think most people have big dreams growing up, but most things in life never end up going as planned. You know? I didn't always want to be a hairstylist. That came later. Later, for me, sure, is taking its sweet time. I can see you have a real passion for these kids and the theater. You never know what will become your next goal. You could open a whole new theater program for these kids, maybe even a new theater. Life doesn't just stop because one, maybe two, or even a few things don't pan out. Sometimes you just have to keep going even if it doesn't. On a surface level, you've always known that. You've even heard it a million times, although often directed at others. Sometimes even from you to others, but the point had never really hit home until now. Being presented with alternatives can be a good thing sometimes. Overall, you decide that you can get used to having Yolanda around. She has a serene, calming energy. You notice that you haven't even tried to sing out yours. And nice eyes, a nice facial shape. Everything about her just screams friend. Certainly she lives up to her title. You know, you're such a sweetheart. What? Are you an old lady now? Why, thank you, Miss Morgan. Are you hitting on Yolanda now? Like, what's going on? You barely register yourself scooping up her hands and bringing them to, and bringing them and her in turn closer to you. Even a puppy's over eagerness doesn't have shit on the way you get excited, and that's a-okay in your book. Oh my god. Issa is just fine. Say, would you want to hang out? Like, maybe, I don't know, I'm free Wednesday. Also, Thursday night? Ooh, what about after the poetry readings on Sunday? Or before? I can make time. Yolanda seems surprised by your enthusiasm. You hope it's a pleasant surprise that she feels toward you. When's the last time you, Isabel Morrigan, got the chance to hang out like this? You were a teenager. You desperately hope that the word on the edge of her tongue right now is a loud, thunderous yes. Or you could count that other guy, but you'd rather think of it like virginity. If you didn't get pregnant, your slate is wiped clean and it doesn't count. Oh my god, Issa! Starting from zero. You're sure Jesus or somebody would agree with you. Oh my god. Oh, she also has nice lips. Oh, yeah, sure, Issa. Thank God. Thank you. Great. Can I have your phone number? Oh, I hope you don't plan on sending me scandalous photos. Her joke wins a giggle out of you. I don't think I'll let you in on my plans just yet. Yo. You give her your phone and she gives you hers. You input your number under the contact name Issa, followed by a few emojis. After you finish, you give her phone back right as she returns yours. You feel like you're totally in sync. This is great. She laughs at your joke, too. Nice. The kids are starting to thin out, and you can see a few leaving with their families. When they notice you looking, they wave. Your glorious night is ending. It makes you sigh, and you realize that you've kept Yolanda here for way longer than you thought. You can't even find Sue to return her to. They must have left with their mother. Yolanda checks the time on her phone. Oh, it is getting late, isn't it? I shouldn't keep you any longer. Yeah, I think I'll start heading home. I will too. I should have known better than to wait around. I've got to catch a bus. Oh, do you need a ride? That's fine. Really, I don't want to impose. No, I don't mind at all. Ooh, a ride with Yolanda? My bus card is full, so really, there's no need to trouble. Please, I'd love to give my friend a ride home. Is she smirking at you? You can't tell, but you're a little flustered regardless. You figure that there's no point in denying her any further. Not that you mean anything untoward by that statement. To be fair, Yolanda is very, very beautiful. There's something comforting about her that you can't quite put your finger on. It's as appealing as it is envy-inducing. It's the weed. It's the weed and the fish bandana she has on. All right, you convinced me. She looks triumphant. Lead the way, Captain Yo-Yo. Ooh, lead the way, Captain Yo-Yo. You got it. I think I parked pretty close to the exit. Interesting. All right, so it looks like I am running on time here, but this episode was pretty spicy. We got some spicy interaction with Keaton and Inaya. I wish there was more detailed spicy action. Like, don't tell me NSFW and then I don't see or read any NSFW worthy things. but I will take the spicy interaction for now. Weirdly enough, I feel like Inaya and Keaton actually kind of work. And the more we got to know about Keaton, the more I'm like, you know what, Keaton's actually not bad. He's kind of attractive. Like, the more you get to know him, the more attractive he got, which was kind of weird. And then of course, fast forwarding here with Issa and Yolanda, this is gonna be really interesting because we haven't really seen like a lot of Yolanda. So I'm actually very curious with how Issa's personality is gonna mesh with Yolanda's personality, because they're kind of both like, I wouldn't say like both happy-go-lucky, but they're both like very positive individuals to an extent and very friendly. So I just want to see just how their dynamic is come next episode. But thank you guys so much for joining me on this session. Hope you have an awesome night, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.